Hello, all you wonderful people in YouTube land, and welcome to the Dollar Store Pour. Thank you so much for joining me. It is a beautiful day to paint, so let's go ahead and get to it. So as you can probably already see, I've already prepped the canvas. I've used blue and silver. And I'm going to try something a little different. I put some painter's tape on that, and I'm going to put a few more strips, and then I'm going to pour some paint on top of that and then take off the painter's tape and see just what we get. I'm not anticipating clean lines because I am putting this tape over wet paint. So, you know, it's not going to stick that great. But I'm okay with that. I think if the colors bleed in a little bit, I think that'll look just fine. I guess I'll soon find out. Just using some painter's tape. Also, because this was from the dollar store, I'm not 100% if it'll stick the greatest because of that as well, but, you know, we'll see. Alright. Now, with the blue and the silver, that I used in the prep the canvas, it was just straight paint right from the bottle. No additives, no water, just kind of randomly blobbed it on and then just smeared it around. And I am going to be doing a dirty pour on top of that. I've got pink, which has alcohol in it as the additive, and I have black, which has the leather waterproofing spray stuff as the additive. And as I said, we're going to go ahead and do a dirty pour. So let's go ahead and do that. And as always, of course, the black and the pink have the PVA glue and water. I don't know that I've done a pour painting yet where the paint I used didn't have some glue and water in it, so that's kind of a gimme, but it's always good to mention, I suppose. Alright, that's going to do it for the pink. And a little more black. And there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that on there. That is a whole lot of pink. Let's throw a little extra black in there. Just randomly blob some in. There we are. It's funny, usually the black will overtake and be dominant. But in this case, looks like the pink is. Well, I guess the black. I mean, you obviously still see it's there. On a bit of a tilt today, you can see it's heading up to the top of the canvas, but that's all right. All right. Oh, now there's a little too much black there. Can't catch a break here. Yeah, that'll do. So let's go ahead and torch that and then get this moving around. Get these out of the way. And here we go. Yeah, looks like I didn't need to add that extra black after all. Oh well. It's okay if it gets a little dark looking, because once I take that tape off, at least in theory, you know, you'll see that light blue come through, that blue and the silver. At least in theory. We'll see how that goes. Alright, got that corner all done. Yeah, I definitely didn't need to add that extra black when I did. Yeah, but that's alright. And that corner's done. See, that's a cell formation, but as I'm moving around and covering the canvas, I think I'm going to lose most of that. That's unfortunate. Oh well, that's alright. Alright, that corner's done. One more to go. And the last corner is always the slowest, of course. Slowly getting covered up. And there we have it. Tiny bit not covered, but that's just on the tape anyway, so that's really irrelevant. Alright. Go ahead and give that another quick torch. Alright, so let's go ahead and let that sit. I'm not going to tear off the tape right now. I'm going to let it sit a little bit in hopes that maybe the paint won't flow quite as much. As I said, I don't mind if it's not clean lines. I don't mind if it bleeds a little bit, but I want to give it a chance to sit so that we still do have some lines there. So let's go ahead and give that, let's call it a half an hour, and we'll see, we'll take that tape off, see what we get. Alright, so I've let that sit for about a half an hour. I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off. I did actually scrape, I wanted to turn the camera off. I scraped what little bit was left in the pink, and I just kind of splattered it at random onto the canvas. So there's a little more pink than when I first turned the tape off, the camera off. So let's see here. Try to get that tape off. Stuck on the bottom. So let's try to unstick that. Wasn't anticipating it would stick that well. I may not have stuck on the top, but it stuck on the bottom quite well. Alright. One down. Alright, let's let it stay on the bottom, I don't mind. Alright, two. I don't even remember how many I put on there. 5, I think. I know there's a few more on there. I just need to find them. And there's one more up in the corner. But it seems quite stuck on there, so let's... There we are. Alright, so I have one side out. All right. So there was some bleeding, and I mean the which I anticipated. I didn't expect to be clean lines. Perhaps if I left the tape on there a bit longer. But I suspect even now it'll probably still bleed some as well. But that's all right. As I said, I wasn't really anticipating, you know, nice clean lines. So let's just get a close-up on that. Tiny bit of cell formation, but that wasn't really what it was all about. I'm just trying something a little different with the tape. Alright, well that's going to do it for me. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, go ahead and throw a like my way. It would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll be notified when the next video comes out. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see all you wonderful people next time.